Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and this is part of the Garibay Review series. And today I'm reviewing Disney's Frozen. So, Disney's Frozen movie, I went to see it with my brother. I'm a pretty serious movie fan. I see about 25 movies a year. And so I went to see this with my brother. He's 2 years younger than me. So we're a little old for the Frozen crowd. But actually, I went to see this because I really enjoy Disney films, and I think Disney films are really important. So I believe very strongly in American exceptionalism. I think America is the greatest country in the world, not just the best country in the world, but the best country in the world by leaps and bounds. And a big part of that is entertainment, and Disney is a huge part of American entertainment. It's really iconic. It's like jazz or comic books, just really uniquely American, born here. So I think actually every Disney film, especially animated films, these go back 70, 80 years, and these are really important films from a cultural perspective. And so I went to see Frozen today. I really enjoyed it. I give it 4 out of 5 stars, and I would suggest anybody who enjoys a good movie goes to see it. So one, I thought the music was wonderful. I loved all the songs. I thought they fit in the story really well. I loved the singing. I loved just I really enjoyed each of the songs in the film. I also really liked that that in the film it was unapologetically a musical. And I thought it was a little sad that they actually hid that in the they actually did hide that information in the actual trailer. So I thought that was really sad that they felt they needed to hide that in the trailer. It's marketing reasons. I can get that. So the other thing I liked about the movie was, I'm sorry I didn't say this earlier. Spoilers. All my reviews are going to be spoiler filled because I hate to hear people half talk. I want a review that's going to talk about the whole film and that's going to be unreserved. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. Stop listening to this now and listen to this after you've seen it, or if you don't really care about spoilers, which sometimes I don't. So regardless, I also really enjoyed the trolls. I thought the trolls in the film were the best part. They were the funnest characters, really neat, really interesting characters, and I think I might do a whole post just on the trolls themselves. I thought they were fantastic. They were my favorite part of the film. So then also, I just wanted to talk about Disney's. So this was a princess movie. So there were two, and I find Disney's take on the princess movie. I had no idea about this, but I've recently learned. I looked up a book. I wanted to find books for my daughters, and I had no idea how deep this issue of princess movies goes. There's deep debate on both sides of princess movies, particularly Disney princess movies. They make billions of dollars, and so there's tons and tons of family and women who and men who are saying, I object to princess films. And so if you are listening to the internet or if you're reading a lot of blogs, you'll get the idea that everybody hates princess films, but it's the exact opposite. They're making billions, and lots of people like these princess films. And so the idea is the people generally object to the idea of a man saving a woman, and just a whole lot of social and cultural issues that people object to, that they see old and dated traditional ideas, and they really are against them in Disney films. So this is a princess movie, so there's a lot of politics that swirl around this film, which I find really fascinating. So you could tell that the Disney writers really felt trapped by all this, and so they want to make Disney, not the writers, wants to make princess movies because they make a crap ton of money. They make a lot of money, and then they can make toys, and they can sell a whole lot of merchandise connected to princess films. But at the same time, they don't like to be kind of gutted by critics out there who really rail against them for making traditional princess films. And so basically, this movie went right down the road of a traditional princess film, all the way up to the point where you think that the princess is going to be saved by the magical kiss. They actually use the magical kiss. One true kiss can solve this problem in the film. And then it gets right up to the end, and you could see that the writers are bringing you right to the point where you would have this traditional Disney ending of a kiss waking the princess or a kiss solving a problem, you know, the magical kiss, and it careens off because the writers, and then essentially there are two sisters in the film, and one sister saves the other sister, and her selfless act saves herself. So she saves herself, right? So I had a lot of problems with this ending. I really did not like the ending at all. Basically what it said was that, you know, it said if you do the right thing and you sacrifice, everything's going to work out. And I believe that if you do the right thing and you sacrifice, you're doing the right thing, but not everything's going to work out. Often it's going to be quite calamitous and you're paying an incredibly high price. Right now this is going on with Snowden. I think Snowden did the right thing, and a lot of people are saying he should be pardoned. I don't think he should be pardoned at all. He did absolutely the right thing. But you know, when you do the right thing and people are going to herald you as a hero, you have to pay that price. That's what makes you a hero. If you do the right thing and you're not going to pay the price for doing the right thing, you're not a hero. You're just a guy who did something because he felt he'd be protected. And I think Snowden is going to do the right thing, but I don't think he should be pardoned. I think what he did probably is quite treasonous, and he should pay that price. Now, you know, that makes him essentially a martyr. That's what a martyr or a hero is. It's a man who does something and he's going to pay the price for it. Or a person, a woman can be a hero as well, as long as they're willing to pay the price. So, and this movie brought that up. You know, this princess film made me think about Snowden and all the info, you know, wars that are going over all those issues. But it was a really enjoyable film. I really liked it a lot. And so it really had this issue of sacrifice and what's going to happen. And her sacrifice at the end was just her 5 seconds of her being frozen, and then her, you know, everything was resolved, and everything was okay, and there was no price paid for doing the right thing. And I just that's a bad message. You want to talk about, you know, I see that they want the message now to be women can save themselves. They don't need a man to save them. I understand why people are objecting to that, but honestly, I think it's just as bad to say sacrifices, doing the right thing, and then not having to pay for it. That's a bad message, I think. But you know what? I'm completely okay with that. You know, if you're going to a Disney movie, go to a Disney movie for entertainment. Don't go to Disney movies for an answer. And I think it's okay for Disney to say, here's something that's entertaining, not something that's going to answer your life questions. That's completely okay. Also, what's interesting is, you know, they wanted to get away from the tropes. They wanted to get away from the tropes of, you know, all the tropes are connected to princesses. You know, a prince coming in and a magical kiss solving problems, and all these other tropes that are surrounding princess films. You know, but one of the things I think is interesting is when does the anti-trope become a trope? I think we've gotten there. Basically, you know, I knew when they were going to, like, wow, you know, it looks like they're going to have this guy kiss her and everything's going to be okay. Really, they're going to go down this road, and they really did not. They completely did not. And so I knew that, you know, just because of the modern day we live in, there was no way they could end this princess movie like a traditional princess movie. You can't do it. And so I think we've reached a point where the anti-trope is a trope, which I think is also very interesting. But also, I really love this film. It was a great movie. The scene was wonderful. The songs were wonderful. It was very entertaining. It was just really enjoyable. I had a really good time watching it. And so I'm excited to see Disney back on a good track. I think they need to make a good movie. I don't think this is a Pixar film. They need to make a good movie on their own, and I think they did it. And it was very interesting. And again, you know, it just made me think, you know, about sacrifice and politics and all the, you know, how many different traditions are being assailed today and how companies are walking through that. So it was a great film. I really enjoyed it. I really had a great time going, and you know, it was really excellent. So, and also I'm a big movie buff. So when I go to the movies, I put down my $10 and or more, and I watch the film and I enjoy it. That's just really something really special to me, because things are changing, and so, you know, you hear a lot of things that, you know, movie theaters aren't going to be around anymore, and those kind of things. So this was a good film. I really enjoyed it, and I highly suggest anybody out there goes and enjoys it as well. Thank you.